Well, good morning, guys. Happy Friday morning. Of course, the Friday that you're watching this on isn't the same Friday I'm filming it on, but boy, what a week it's been. I should have had the camera with me yesterday. I left it at home. That was a mistake. Kind of a busy day yesterday. Didn't really go exactly the way I planned. Of course, it never does around here. But I figured I'd bring the camera with me this morning and bring you along on my morning chores here as I get started. Maybe give you a recap of the week's events, because I haven't really touched this camera all week. Just been one of those weeks where you just put your head down and grind. I'm working on a big white oak flooring order, and just a lot to do, so just haven't taken the time with the camera. But boy, what a week. We've been hammered by storms here all week. I don't know how many inches of rain we got. We had 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts one day. We're kind of back to mud here again. And the worst of it was we lost power for a day and a half, which I'm to the point now around here, if they're calling for rain and wind, I just figure we're going to lose power. Unfortunately, if you've ever been here before, you know we're pretty remote. There's about 7 people on this last stretch of power line, and it's just never high priority. And it runs through a creek bottom that is just filled with dead ash trees. So any of you that are dealing with the dead ash from the emerald ash borer know the nightmare they are. They just, when the wind hits them, they just kind of disintegrate and come down. And hopefully there's not too many left at this point. But no, it seems every time the wind blows, one comes down the lines. Power company refuses to do any preventative maintenance, so instead they got to send guys into that creek bottom and trim them out every time they land on the lines, and we're always last priority. So I kind of had planned ahead for that, and figured, you know, we're going to lose power. So I did as much planing and stuff as I could until we lost power 2 days ago at lunchtime. Then I had 2,500 feet of pine to stack, so that took me through that day. Yesterday morning I sorted a bunch of stuff, but then you only ever have so much wood to sort and jobs you can do without electricity. So I had to pull out plan B. We got a power takeoff generator hooked to the Kubota here. You've seen the tractor before, and haven't had to use this for quite a while. That's 7,800 watt. So we had to rig this up, and I can't run my shop with it because that's 3-phase, and can't run my bigger equipment, but I can run my dust collector for the sawmill. And the sawmill and the edger, they're diesel and gas, so they're self-sufficient, but I need the power for the dust collector and the air compressor. So this will run that. So that's what I did all afternoon. I was running on generator, which I wasn't happy about because it's just one more thing, but that got me through. So I was able to keep working here. Just been trying to get something done because we're starting to get busy on the tree farm. We got to be out fertilizing later today. Maybe I'll make you a video on that. But it's pretty much non-stop here. I'm working 6 days a week right now, at least, if not more. Our seedlings are coming next week. We got to start planting trees, so there's no rest for the weary here. So let me tell you something that's extremely annoying about losing power, and well, this is a problem I guarantee nobody else has. So one of my kilns here, this L200M Nile, this switch is going bad. At least I'm almost certain the switch is going bad because I've had this happen before. So if I fiddle with this enough, I can get this thing running. They're a weird switch. I don't even know how to describe them. I don't know if it's like an electromagnetic switch or whatever. They're different. But anyway, if I fiddle with this enough, I can get it to catch. and start the kiln. And once it's running, it's fine, no problem. It seems like every time I get this thing going, we lose power and it kicks itself off. And then I gotta fight with this thing again. So it's usually a 10-minute process until I get this thing running. And yes, I know I should take it apart and fix it, and I'm going to. It's just, I gotta keep things moving. Don't have time to spend a morning or a whole day fiddling with this thing. I just gotta keep wood drying. So, yeah, I know. Everybody does it. You just kick the can down the road. It's gonna get fixed here soon enough. But as of right now, we're fiddling here. Bear with me. Well, I'd like to say I got that going, but 10 minutes later, still no. So, yeah, I know. I gotta fix it the right way. It's gonna be one of those days. I gotta come back to that. Oh, I do want to show you one more fun thing that happened to me yesterday. So I was running the loader in the middle of that storm, and I saw a bunch of rainbow puddles washing away from it. And, well, that's never a good sign. Then I could smell fuel. That's even a worse sign. So it took me a little bit till I figured it out, but I have never, in all my life running equipment, seen this happen, and I don't even know if I can find it for you here. And you won't be able to see it on camera anywhere. There's a little pinhole in this filter. And it was just shooting fuel right out the side of the filter. Never seen that before. Of course, I put a little short on YouTube, and a bunch of people tried to tell me it was my fault somehow, user error. I installed it wrong, even though it'd been on there for a couple months, but I don't know. You know, I guess nobody wants to admit that Caterpillar sometimes puts out a faulty product, but that's what it was. So I had a spare filter on the shelf, no big deal. I swapped it out, but it's just a freak thing. I've never seen a fuel filter just spring a leak from the metal casing, but just added to my fun yesterday. So yeah, it's just been one thing after another. This building, totally filled with wood. This is usually my workshop, and well, what do you do when you got beams that are too long to go through any of your doorways? You put them on a wagon running gear and back them in. But unfortunately, that job is delayed. This stuff was supposed to ship 2 weeks ago, and well, it's still sitting here. So I got wood stacked on wood, stacked on wood. Stuff coming in, stuff going out, like usual. I'm jumping around on you. We're in the kiln now. Oh. Speaking of stuff coming in the middle of that storm here the other day, oh, got my cable tangled up. Hard to do one-handed, like most things around here. In the middle of that storm the other day, had 2 nice packs of red oak come in that I'm custom drawing for another sawmill. You guys are probably watching this. You know who you are. Brand new glove. Sorry for all the shaky filming. I guess you guys get what you pay for. I never claim to be high quality production here. But really nice red oak. Beautiful stacking job, textbook. Just done very nice. So this stuff's been air dried a little while. They brought it in here. I tarped it for them the last 2 days. Put it on the kiln track yesterday. There's really no sense putting wood in a kiln that has no power and can't circulate air. So I left it sit out here to let the breeze blow through it. Now I'm gonna pull it in and get it started drying. I actually do a fair bit of custom drying for other mills, other people that have, you know, lumber that they had cut, need dried. So it's not uncommon for me. I always like doing it because running the 3 kilns here, I'm pretty flexible. I can usually get other people's wood in pretty quick and turn it around for them. So I'm especially happy when the wood looks like that. Just really nice, clean stuff. Should make a really nice finished product. Uh-oh. That don't look right. Well, did I mention it's been one of those weeks, and this is one of those mornings. So This kiln is 6 years old.
This container's settled a little bit, and I've been noticing this. This corner has settled a little bit since I built this. So that's a little bit lower than my other track here in my concrete footings. This isn't a huge deal. It's not as bad as it looks, but what happened, the way this is setting, so I have this in 2 separate carts so I can break it up and do different things. This cart, I have this stack of wood just on the very end of this, and it's working like a lever. And I hardly ever have it stacked this way. It's just the way these 2 packs fell, and I usually have it full, but I don't really have anything that'll take up this last 9 feet right now. So I just left it empty. I'm just gonna run it with this stuff. But that little bit of a dip over this joint here, pushing down on that, it shows you the weight of that red oak will stand that cart up like that. So I'm gonna keep pulling. Once it's in the kiln, it'll be fine. It just kind of caught me off guard a little bit. So what I'm gonna have to do here is jack that corner up and make it level again. Just over time it's settled. The weather we've been having here probably hasn't helped anything, but it kind of woke me up a little bit.
I didn't know what was going on there for a second. Let's see what happens.
Now it's just coming back down. You guys wonder why I don't film more. Nothing around here is very handy to do one-handed. You ever try to coil a cable one-handed?
It's hard enough two-handed. So I just put my baffles in place here. I guess the moral of this story is I've got to somehow carve out about a day of kiln maintenance here between the start button on the other one and leveling this thing. It's just all these little nagging details, you know. I don't necessarily have the time, but you got to make the time because, well, it's like everything else, it needs maintenance. These kilns aren't just set them and forget them. There's always something. I'll strap that baffle down, get this baby started up. Yes, that's as much of a workout as it looks. But those doors are extremely tight, which is exactly what you need for a kiln door. Let's go start this baby up. Now this one I know will start. Old school mechanical switch. This is the older model Nile, as opposed to that new L200M, which is digital. So sometimes older's better, I guess. The fan's on. I got to make some adjustments here, and she'll be ready to roll. I'd like to take you guys with me the rest of the day, but I hate to say I just got too much to do. I got customers coming here all morning. Got to try to get a lot done here before the trees dry off. Then I'm out in the field doing fertilizer. It's just one thing after another here, but we just keep plugging along. We'll get her done. I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Well, I got it running, so now we can do the right thing and defer maintenance for another 2 weeks and pretend like there's nothing wrong with it. So just thought I'd let you know. One little bright spot to the day. Now I'll catch you guys later.